to school?
I go to Omaha Birch School, high school, and they have a really, really great program. I'm involved with a lot of sports like baseball, football, volleyball, and I take a lot of really interesting classes. And a lot are really geared toward helping develop skills for college, but I'm taking Spanish, I'm taking math and English, as well as economics and art. It's pretty cool.
Sounds like you're taking some challenging courses. Which class do you like the best?
I would have to say my favorite class is English. I really love reading, and I love creative writing as well. I think it's very interesting. I'm also required to learn a foreign language. So I'm taking Spanish. My school offers a couple of other choices, but I'm taking Spanish.
Wow, you're taking Spanish? How does your interpreter deal with Spanish?
Well, what happens is my interpreter is listening to the teacher, but also has the text right in front of her. So I also have the text in front of me, but I mean, my interpreter doesn't sign any kind of Spanish words. There's no real equivalent there, but she ends up fingerspelling most of the words, and then I can look down and use the text as well. And I know how to speak a little bit of Spanish, and I'll also understand the fingerspelling, so we work pretty well together.
You must be a first, a deaf student studying Spanish. Have any other deaf kids done that before?
No, actually, I think I'm the first. I think I'm the only deaf student who took Spanish. I think there was one deaf student who took German for 2 years, which is pretty impressive, but other than that, I think it's just me.
I think she's on her.
It seems overall that you're enjoying your high school years. What's particularly interesting about your experience at Burke High?
Well, I really enjoy learning from a lot of other people. And I'm also trying to figure out how to fit between the hearing world and the deaf world. You know, it's two different things, two different experiences. And in a mainstream school, the experience for the deaf person is always very, very different. But I really have an interesting time socializing with hearing people, and some of them want to learn sign language and they're interested in deaf people, and it's honestly, it's pretty cool. I like it.
Well, you really seem to be a people person. Now I've got to ask you about what you meant by a hearing world. What do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean by hearing world, how do I put this? It's a place where there's mostly hearing people and very few deaf. And they all kind of live in one way, and kind of they're all the same. But the deaf world, it's mostly deaf people. So it's really a struggle for a deaf person in a hearing world. But to have them combine, it's two different lifestyles. It's hard to make it into one. And so I go to a mainstream school, but we have deaf and hearing together. And there's about 67 kids in my school who are either deaf or hard of hearing. So that's kind of what I mean by deaf world and hearing world.